Good morning, cadets. We are studying the second lesson in the Vistas, the Tiger King. Now let us discuss the theme of this lesson, the Tiger King. I'm quite sure you must have enjoyed this humorous story of the Tiger King. So now let us look at the theme, the central idea of this lesson, as well as summary gist of this lesson. So let's try to understand this lesson in a better way. Animals and birds are as much part of the nature as human beings. Last year in the Ailing Planet, you learned that how human beings have right to exist on this planet. Similarly, the animals also have equal rights to exist on this planet. Our planet Earth has deteriorating health, and that's why the writer has rightly called it as ailing earth. Now, the present population need not think that earth is its property, and as a result of that, what has happened? Indiscriminate killing of a number of species, the destruction or haphazard killing, indiscriminate killing of one species may not only lead to its extinction. So that's why many species have become extinct, and there are a number of other species which have become endangered. So as a result, what has happened? It has adversely affected the ecological balance. And as a result of that, what has happened? The ecological balance is lost. And that's why we have been facing a number of ecological crises, environmental problems. And the writer there says, no animal on the planet Earth ever caused damage to the earth to what extent humans have caused it. They have caused very serious destruction. And that's why this earth has become very hot spot. And we have been facing the problem of global warming. And as a result of that, the survival of number of species are at stake. And a day may come when the survival of human being will also be at stake. And therefore, Lester Brown says each one has to believe that is having full responsibility to keep the earth protected from all kinds of misuse. What is required is the sustainable development. So every human being has to feel that the earth is a place that he has to return to the generations to come. He has to think about the future generations. He has no right to misuse the earth because we are accountable to the future generation. Those animals which serve as food for the wild animals will increase in large number if the beasts of prey are wiped out. So what will happen? The balance, the cycle, that will be disturbed if we go on indiscriminately killing the wild animals. So those animals which are prey, they'll be increasing in great number. So therefore, it is very much important for us to stop, and that is the reason why the project Save Tiger. Each species, however, whosoever fears deadly, ferocious, or poisonous. So each species has its role in maintaining ecological balance in nature. So tiger has its role to play in order to balance ecologically, in order to maintain balance in nature. Let's discuss the characters in this story. The central character, the main character, is of the Tiger King. The whole story is revolving around this character, the Tiger King, a hero of the story. So he is the hero of this story. He is the Maharaja of Pratibandpuram. So who is the Tiger King? The Tiger King is the Maharaja of Pratibandpuram. The Tiger King is the king of Pratibandpuram. So Pratibandpuram is the name of the kingdom. Also known as His Highness Jamedar General Khiledar Major Satyagraha Samari. Satyagraha Samari Maharaja Dhiraj Vishwabhuvan Samrat. So all these designations, all these adjectives, there is no need for you to remember. If the question is asked, who is the Tiger King? You can just write the king of Pratibandpuram. So remaining all adjectives or designations, you need not remember all them. But that shows that earlier, not to praise or in order to please the kings, the subjects, the ministers, they were using all these designations. It was only to please the kings. Now, crown prince. So, over the period, he becomes the king and king of Pratibandpuram, that is the Tiger King. So, a 10-day-old baby, because here a 10-day-old baby who later became the Maharaja of Pratibandpuram. So, there was a miracle when this Tiger King was a baby, when he was just 10 days old. And what was the miracle? He could speak very clearly. He enunciated, he uttered few words. And what were those words? He wanted to know how is he going to die, the manner of the death. And why? Because the chief astrologer had predicted about the death of this crown prince. So chief astrologer, a royal foreteller of the state. So he is a chief astrologer of that state, of that kingdom, Pratibandpuram. And his role is very important because he is the one who has predicted the manner of death of the Tiger King. And because of that prediction, what has happened? The Tiger King has been on the hunting spree. He has been killing the tigers, and that's the reason why the title, the Tiger King, for the king of Pratibandpuram. So the most important character is of the Tiger King. Then second most is of Diwan. And who is Diwan? Diwan is a chief administrative officer of the Maharaja. So that Diwan is the chief administrative officer of this king, Diwan. Now Durai, Durai means chief, leader. So it's a Tamil word which means leader, officer. Now here a British high-ranking officer. So Durai is a British high-ranking officer who wanted to hunt the tigers in that kingdom. But the king refused because he himself wanted to kill the tigers. And what did he do? He presented his wife, what? 50 diamond rings, thinking that she might choose one or two. But what has happened? She has kept all those diamond rings with herself. So Durai Sani. Again, this is a Tamil word. Durai, again chief or leader in Tamil language, and Durai Sani. again the wife of the British officer or the wife of the leader. So here the leader is British officer. So the wife of high ranking British officer is Duraisani, a greedy woman who takes all the 50 diamond rings for herself. Let's go to the summary of this story. Let's summarize this story. The Maharaja Sir Jilani Jang Bahadur, or you can remember the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram. No need to remember Sir Jilani Jang Bahadur. You can just remember the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram was called Tiger King. Very important question. Who was Tiger King? The Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram was Tiger King. You can answer in this way. There is no need to remember all those designations, the real name, or you can just Jilani Jang Bahadur. So his real name is Jilani Jang Bahadur, or the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram, the king of Pratibandhapuram was called Tiger King. Why was he called Tiger King? Because he went on killing the tigers. He killed a number of tigers. He killed how many tigers? He killed 99 tigers. When he was just 10 days old, he asked intelligent questions to the astrologer and was told that he would be killed by a tiger. The astrologer who told him that he would be killed by a tiger, this infant asked very intelligent question. The death is not very important, but the manner of death is very important. And you tell us how I'm going to die. So he asked that question, very intelligent question to the astrologer. He uttered, "Let tigers beware." So quite brave enough to say that he was not afraid of tigers, but let tigers beware. So what has happened? Once he has grown up, once he came of age, what he has done? He went on hunting spree. He went on killing the tigers one after one. Quite brave, quite courageous. He had indomitable courage. So that's why the chief astrologer said, he will become warrior of warriors, hero of heroes, champion of champions. No other miracle took place. The child grew like any other royal child, drinking white cow's milk. So he was looked after very well. He was brought up very well. He was taught by an English tutor, looked after by an English nanny, because at early age, what has happened? His father had died, the king had died. And it was court of wars who were looking after the kingdom, and he was looked after very well by English teacher, then English nanny. He watched English films. So from this it's quite clear that like any other royal prince during the British Raj, he was also taken care of. When he was 20, when he came of age, he was crowned as king. It was then the prediction of his death by the tiger reached the Maharaja's ear. The rumor was rife in that kingdom, and this rumor which was rife, that he would be killed by the tiger. Once he came of age, he heard about that rumor, and then he has decided that his first and foremost duty is to see that he remains quite safe. It was not the welfare of the people, it was not about his subjects that he was concerned with, but he went on killing the tigers. He was on hunting spree. He in turn, to safeguard himself, killed a tiger, and being thrilled when he killed the first tiger, he told the astrologer, who replied that he can kill 99 tigers, but he has to be very, very careful with the 100th tiger. And it's the 100th tiger, not the real tiger, but it was a wooden tiger which has killed the king. He placed that all of the affairs of the state would be attended after killing the 100th tiger. So once he kills the 100 tigers, then only he will start looking after the affairs of the state. Then he started killing tigers. So how many tigers he has killed? 99 tigers he killed, and he was looking for the 100 tiger. Then what happened? Let's see here. None except Maharaja was allowed to hunt tigers. And suddenly there was arrival of high ranking British officer. He visited the state and he was fond of hunting tigers. And the king refused to permit him to hunt tigers. His wish was declined. The British officer requested for getting a photograph with a tiger killed by Maharaja. He said, there is no problem if Maharaja kills, but what he requires is a photograph. And this request was also rejected. So to please the officer's wife, he sent 50 diamond rings. To please whom? Durai Sani. So he has sent 50 diamond rings, expecting that she would take one or two and she would return remaining all. Instead, she kept all the rings that were sent. And what was the cost of those rings? It cost 3 lakh rupees. And just she thanked Maharaja for sending those diamond rings. So we'll continue with this summary. But he felt his state was secured. Otherwise, there would have been a major problem for him. In 10 years, he killed 70 tigers and didn't find any tiger in Pratibandhupuram. So what had happened? By then, the population of tigers had depleted. So he decided to marry a girl from royal state which had more tigers to complete his target. So he had to kill 100 tigers. So that's why he started looking for a girl to marry. A girl which belonged to the royal state where population of tigers was more. So whenever he visited his in-laws' house, he killed 5 to 6 tigers. So somehow he managed to kill 99 tigers, and he was feverishly anxious. He was very much excited. It had reached a fever pitch. He was very much excited now to kill the 100 tiger, but he was not able to find anywhere 100 tiger. Now suddenly what has happened? There was a news about the presence of a tiger near a village, but it was quite disappointing. And he asked if they want to find the tiger. Otherwise, face his wrath, face his rage, face his anger. Now the Diwan was afraid of losing his job. So what he has done, he visited People's Park. From there he brought an old tiger and he carried that tiger in his car to the house, and it kept hiding there in his house. Afterwards he brought it to the place where the king was there, and this information was given to the king that there is a tiger there, and the king was ready to shoot that tiger. And he took the aim of that tiger. The Maharaja took great care and shot the tiger. And he left the place with great triumph. He was quite happy. He thought that he had killed 100 tiger. But actually what had happened, the bullet had missed the tiger. The bullet did not hit the tiger. But out of fear, the tiger had collapsed. And the king had thought that the tiger was dead. Now the hunters who were accompanying, when they checked, they found that the tiger was not dead, and one of the hunters took the aim and killed the tiger. And that tiger was brought in grand procession. So the king was under belief that he had killed the 100 tiger. It was the third birthday of the Maharaja's son, and he wanted to buy a present from the toy shop. He wanted to buy a gift from the toy shop. And he bought a wooden tiger which was poorly carved, unskillfully carved. And the shopkeeper was quite happy to give that wooden tiger to the king, and the king said that will be the offering to his son, to the prince. While the Maharaja was playing with the prince, and they're playing with that wooden tiger, a tiny sliver, a tiny piece of the wooden tiger pierced his right hand, which later on caused his death. So ultimately, is the wooden tiger, the 100 tiger that had taken the final revenge upon the Tiger King. Thank you. Goodbye.